My child, I have seen the tears you shed when the world is silent and the weight of the mortgage, the bills, and the dreams that seem to be slipping away pressed down upon your chest like a leaden sky. I have been there in the quiet hours of the morning when you stare at the ceiling, calculating numbers that do not add up, wondering if the effort you have poured into your business, your craft, and your calling has been in vain. I have heard the silent scream of your heart when you felt overlooked, bypassed by those with louder voices or colder hearts. I want you to take a deep, long breath right now. Feel the air enter your lungs. That is my breath, given to you because I still have a purpose for you. Do not let your heart be troubled, and do not let it be afraid. I am not a distant observer of your struggles. I am the architect of your breakthrough. For too long, you have looked at the locked doors before you and assumed the building was closed. You have listened to the whispers of the enemy telling you that your season has passed, that your competitors are too strong, and that your resources are too thin. But I am the Alpha and the Omega, the one who holds the keys to every treasury in heaven and on earth. Today, I am stepping into the hallway of your life, and I am turning the lock. I am opening a door for your business that no man can shut, no economic tide can erode, and no jealous tongue can curse. This is not a temporary window of luck. It is a permanent gateway of my favor. I have watched you work with integrity when no one was looking. I have seen you give when you had little to spare. Your faithfulness has been a sweet incense before my throne, and now the time of harvest has arrived. You have felt lonely in this journey, as if you were carrying the entire weight of your future on your own shoulders, but I am the silent partner who has been preparing the way. I am moving people you have never met to mention your name in rooms you have not yet entered. I am aligning contracts and opportunities that will seem like miracles to the watching world. But to me, they are simply the fulfillment of the promises I made to you before you were even formed in your mother's womb. Stop looking at the closed doors of yesterday. Stop mourning the partnerships that failed or the clients who walked away. They were not removed because you failed. They were removed because they were too small for where I am taking you. They could not go where you are going. You are entering a season of supernatural expansion. I am breathing my life into the very dry bones of your bank accounts and your creative visions. Where there was drought, there shall be a flood of provision. Where there was confusion, there shall be a clarity of purpose so sharp it will feel like the sun breaking through a thick fog. I am healing the anxiety that has become a constant companion. It has no place in the house I am building for you. Your business is not just a way to make a living. It is a vessel for my glory, a place where I will demonstrate my ability to provide in the desert. You will not have to beg or scramble or compromise your soul to see this increase. It will come to you because I have commanded the blessing to find you. When men say there is a casting down, you will say there is a lifting up. I am removing the thorns of worry that have choked your sleep. Sleep now, my beloved child, with the peace of one who knows the King is on the throne. The giants you see today, you shall see no more. The debt that feels like a mountain will be leveled into a plain. I am doing a new thing, and even now it springs forth. Can you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Your hands will be filled with plenty, and your heart will overflow with a joy that the world cannot understand. You are not alone, you are not forgotten, and your best days are not behind you. They are standing right behind this door I am swinging wide. Walk through it with your head held high, for I am with you, and no power in existence can stop the momentum of my love for you. This is your moment of transition. From scarcity to surplus, from fear to faith, from hidden to sought after. I have set before you an open door, and my hand is the one that holds it firm. Trust me. I love you with an everlasting love, and I am about to show you just how much I can do with a heart that simply says, yes to me. Look closely at the details of your journey, for I have been in every stitch of the fabric. Remember the morning last October when you sat at that old wooden desk with the chipped corner, staring at the screen until your eyes blurred. You felt the weight of every unpaid invoice and the silence of a phone that wouldn't ring. You thought you were failing, but I was teaching you the rhythm of the wilderness, the place where you learn that I am the only source that never runs dry. That desk is no longer a place of sorrow. It is an altar where your sacrifice of persistence was accepted. I saw you choose integrity when a shortcut would have been easier. I saw you speak kindly to that difficult client who tested your patience until it was paper thin. Those moments were the seeds, and now the harvest is breaking through the soil. The door I am swinging wide is not just a portal to financial gain. It is an entry into a realm of influence where your voice will carry the weight of my wisdom. I am bringing a divine alignment to your schedule. No longer will you be busy without being productive. I am stripping away the distractions, those good opportunities that are not my best opportunities. You will begin to see a pattern in the people I send your way. They will not just be customers, they will be assignments. Some will come for your service but leave with a spark of hope because they sense the atmosphere of my kingdom in your work. I am giving you a new sharpness of mind. In the middle of the night, when the world is hushed, I will whisper strategies that will bypass years of worldly climbing. You will have insights into the market, ideas for innovation, and a discernment that senses a pitfall before it is dug. Do not be surprised when those who once overlooked you suddenly find themselves needing what you provide. I am shifting the atmosphere in your industry. I am making room for the righteous to lead. Think back to the Project Alpha that fell through, the one you thought was your big break. I diverted that path because the partners involved did not have your heart, and I was protecting you from a yoke that would have strangled your creativity. Now, I am bringing you partners of a different spirit, people who see the vision I have given you and will run with it, not against it. Your hands, which have been calloused by the hard labor of building from nothing, are now being anointed with the oil of ease. This does not mean you will not work, but you will work from a place of rest, not from a place of panic. I am healing the trauma of not enough that has lived in your bones for generations. I am breaking the cycle of lack that whispered to your father and your grandfather. In your hands, the cycle stops. You are the one I have chosen to establish a legacy of generosity. When you look at your bank balance, do not see just numbers. See the lives that will be changed because you said yes to the dream I planted in you. I am touching the hearts of decision makers. I am moving the pens of those who sign the contracts. I am even now rearranging the landscape of your local economy to make a clearing for your expansion. You have felt like a hidden gem, tucked away in the shadows, but the season of concealment is over. I am setting you upon a hill. Do not shrink back from the light. Do not let the old imposter syndrome tell you that you do not belong in the rooms I am opening. You belong there because I have invited you. You are qualified because I have called you. Take a deep breath and feel the tension leave your shoulders. That knot in your neck that tightens every time you think about the end of the month. I am placing my hand upon it. I am your provider. I am the God of the 11th hour and the God of the sudden breakthrough. I am the one who multiplied the oil for the widow and the bread for the thousands. Am I not the same yesterday, today, and forever? Your business is a lighthouse, and the darker the world gets, the brighter your light will shine. I am giving you a spirit of excellence that will make your work stand out like gold in a field of gray. People will ask, "How did you do it?" And you will smile, knowing that it was not by your might nor by your power, but by my spirit. We are entering a phase of deep intimacy. I want to talk to you about the small things, the way you organize your day, the way you treat your smallest vendor, the way you dream when no one is watching. Nothing is too small for my attention because everything you touch is part of our shared mission. I am restoring the years the locusts have eaten. The time you thought you lost to sickness, to grief, or to mistakes, I am compressing time to bring you into an accelerated season of restoration. You will accomplish in 1 year what others take 10 to achieve because the wind of my spirit is in your sails. Trust the silence. Trust the waiting. Even in the pauses, I am working. I am the master orchestrator, and the symphony of your life is reaching a beautiful, resonant crescendo. Walk through this door, my child. Do not look back at the hallway of what-ifs and if-onlys. The past is a closed book. The future is an open door, and I am standing right there, holding it firm, waiting to see the joy on your face as you realize just how much I have prepared for you. Step across the threshold now. Feel the shift in the atmosphere as the air changes from the stale scent of effort to the crisp, fresh wind of my favor. As you enter this room I have prepared, do not be surprised to find that the blueprints on the table have been drawn with your name in the margins. You have often felt like a visitor in the world of commerce, a guest in rooms where others seem to speak a more fluent language of profit and strategy. But I am making you a native of this new territory. I am giving you the vocabulary of the kingdom to translate into the marketplace. Watch as I bring you before people who have the power to say yes when everyone else said no. I am orchestrating divine appointments in the most unlikely places, at a coffee shop, in the quiet of a late-night email, or through a connection you thought had long since withered. These are not coincidences. They are the gears of my providence clicking into place. I am the architect of innovation, and I am downloading into your spirit the solutions to problems that haven't even surfaced in your industry yet. When others are scrambling to fix the symptoms, I will give you the wisdom to heal the root. I want to speak to the fatigue you've carried, that heavy mantle of doing it all. I saw you sitting at your desk when the house was silent, your head resting on your hands, wondering if you were chasing a phantom or a promise. I saw the tears that fell on your keyboard when a major deal fell through or when a trusted partner walked away. I was there in the silence, and I tell you now, nothing was wasted. Every no was my protection. Every delay was my preparation. I am refining your character because I intend for you to be able to carry the weight of the success I am bringing. A shallow foundation cannot support a skyscraper, and I have spent these years digging deep into the bedrock of your soul. Now, the pouring of the concrete begins. You will find a new stability, an inner equilibrium that cannot be shaken by market fluctuations or the opinions of critics. I am making you recession-proof, because your source is not the economy of this world, but the inexhaustible treasury of my grace. Do not fear the scale of the vision. I know it keeps you awake sometimes, the sheer magnitude of what I have whispered to your heart. You ask, Lord, how can I lead a team of that size? How can I manage these resources? Listen to me. I do not call the equipped, I equip the called. I am bringing people to you who have the skills you lack, loyal hearts who will catch the fire of your vision and carry the torches alongside you. You are becoming a leader who leads from the knees, a visionary who sees with the eyes of the Spirit. I am teaching you a new way to work, not from a place of striving, but from a place of abiding. Imagine a river that flows effortlessly. It does not struggle to move, it simply follows the gravity of my will. Your business will become like that river. It will find its path, it will nourish everything it touches, and it will eventually reach the ocean of its full purpose. I am also touching your physical body, for your health is the vessel for this mission. I am restoring your sleep. No longer will you toss and turn, replaying conversations or worrying about the bottom line. I am giving you the sleep of the beloved. While you rest, I will be working. I will be speaking to your clients in their dreams. I will be nudging the hearts of investors. You will wake up to find that the problems that seemed like mountains the night before have been leveled into plains while you slept. This is the beauty of our partnership. You give me your obedience and I give you my omnipotence. Look at your hands for a moment. They may look like ordinary hands, but I have anointed them. Whatever you lay them upon with prayer and integrity will begin to pulse with life. I am putting a Midas touch of the Spirit upon your creative projects. The words you write, the products you design, the services you provide, they will carry an intangible extra that people will be drawn to without knowing why. It is the fragrance of my presence. I'm even going back into your childhood, to those moments when you first discovered you loved to create, to organize, or to lead. I am dusting off those original sparks of joy that the world tried to quench with the cold water of realism. I am a god of reality, but my reality is far more expansive than the limited sight of man. I am reigniting your passion. You will find yourself excited to start the day, not because of the money you might make, but because of the impact we are going to have together. We are going to feed the hungry through your profits. We are going to provide jobs for the brokenhearted. We are going to set a standard of ethics that will make the world marvel. Your business is not just a way to make a living. It is a way to make a difference. Notice the small details I am arranging even now. That phone call you've been waiting for. It is being dialed in the heavens. That piece of equipment you need. I have already designated the source. That legal hurdle that seemed insurmountable. I have found the loophole of grace. I am your lead counsel, your chief financial officer, and your most devoted advocate. When you walk into the boardroom, do not go in alone. Visualize me walking in beside you, my hand on your shoulder. When you speak, listen for the resonance of my voice in yours. I will give you a boldness that is not arrogance, a humility that is not weakness. You will be able to speak truth to power and offer kindness to the lowly. I am breaking the spirit of competition over you. You don't have to fight for a seat at the table when I have built the table specifically for you. There is no one who can take what I have reserved for your name. Let the tension leave your shoulders. Let the tightness in your chest dissolve. You are entering the season of the easy yoke. It will be hard work, yes, but it will be work that fuels you rather than drains you. We are building a monument to my faithfulness, and every brick is being laid with the mortar of my love. Do you feel the warmth of my smile? I am so proud of how you have held on. Now, let go of the struggle and grab hold of the promise. The door is wide, the hinges are oiled, and the light on the other side is dazzling. Let us go further into this mystery, for there are rooms within this room that you haven't even begun to explore. Step with me into the first of these hidden chambers, the room of divine strategy. You have spent years trying to outthink the market, but here, I am inviting you to outlisten it. Do you see the drafting table in the center? It is covered in the blueprints of your next decade. Look closely at the margins. Those are not just ink marks. They are my signatures of approval on the risks you took when everyone else told you to play it safe. I saw the night you sat on the floor of your office, head in your hands, wondering if you were a fool for believing in this vision. I was the one who whispered, "Keep going," into the silence. In this room, I am giving you the eyes to see the hidden connections, the people you need to call, the industries that are ripe for your touch, and the timing that will make a standard move look like a stroke of genius. I am breaking the ceiling of your expectations. You are asking for a stream, but I am preparing an ocean. Do you feel the shift in your spirit? That tightness in your chest when you look at your accounts is being replaced by a rhythmic peace. I am the God of the overflow. I'm not just going to meet your needs. I'm going to fund your dreams and the dreams of those who work for you. Let's walk down this hallway toward the room of restored legacy. I know the sting of the lost years, the seasons where it felt like you were treading water just to stay afloat. I am the redeemer of time. I am going to compress your progress. What took others 20 years to build, I will do through you in 5, not because you are faster, but because the wind of my spirit is at your back. I'm also healing the relationships that were strained by the pressure of your growth. I am going to give you a double portion of joy in your home. Your dinner table will be a place of laughter again, not a place where you stare at your phone under the table, haunted by emails. I am taking the haunt out of your business and replacing it with holy. Your work is a form of worship, and I am accepting it as a sweet-smelling incense. Notice the walls here. They are lined with portraits of the people you are called to impact. See that young man? He will be your best employee, and through your mentorship, his life will be saved from a path of destruction. See that woman? She is a client who is currently praying for a solution that only you can provide. I am the great matchmaker of the marketplace. I am aligning your steps so perfectly that you will think it is coincidence, but you will know in your heart it is providence. I'm also dealing with the ghosts of your past failures. They have been whispering that you are an imposter, that you just got lucky, and that it is only a matter of time before it all falls apart. I am silencing those voices right now. You are not a fluke. You are a favorite. You are not an accident. You are an appointment. Every mistake you made was a classroom. I used to teach you the wisdom you now possess. You could not handle this door 5 years ago, but you can handle it now. Your character has been forged in the fire of the waiting room, and now you are ready for the throne room. Let us move toward the archive of answered petitions. Look at these ledgers. They are not filled with debts or losses. They are filled with every help me, Lord, you ever breathed. I have not forgotten a single one. That contract you lost 3 months ago. I blocked it because the company was about to go under, and it would have dragged you down with them. That no you received from the investor. I prompted it because I have a partner coming who brings not just capital but character. I am your protection. I am your shield. Do you see the door at the end of this hall? It is glowing with a soft, inviting light. That is the room of generational wealth, not just the wealth of money, but the wealth of wisdom, influence, and peace. I am teaching you how to build something that outlasts you. You are no longer building a job for yourself. You are building an inheritance for the future. Take a deep breath. The air here is different. It is thick with the scent of cedar and honey, symbols of endurance and sweetness. I am removing the bitter from your business. The bitter rivalries, the bitter disappointments, the bitter exhaustion, they are being washed away. You are entering a season of sweetness and strength. Do you feel my hand on your back? I am leaning in close. I want to tell you a secret about your next move, but first I want you to just stand here with me in the quiet. You do not have to do anything right now. You just have to be. You are my child before you are a CEO. You are my beloved before you are a founder. Let that truth sink into your marrow. It is the secret to the easy yoke. When you know who you are in me, the door stays open because you are not the one propping it up, I am. And what I open, no man, no devil, and no economy can ever shut. We are going deeper now, into the places where your imagination has not even dared to go. Look down at your hands for a moment. They have been clenched so tightly for so long, haven't they? You have held onto the steering wheel of this vision until your knuckles turned white, fearing that if you let go for even a second, the whole enterprise would veer off the road. I have seen you in those quiet, desperate hours. The 2:00 a.m. glow of the laptop screen reflecting in your tired eyes, the cold dregs of coffee at the bottom of a mug, the heavy silence of a house that is asleep while your mind is racing like a marathon runner who has forgotten where the finish line is. I was there in the room when you looked at the spreadsheet and felt that cold knot of panic in your stomach, wondering if the numbers would ever align with the dream I whispered into your heart. I want you to open those hands now. Let the tension drain out of your fingers. You are not the source of this light. You are the lampstand that carries it. The weight you have been carrying was never meant for your shoulders alone. I am the architect, you are the steward. And right now, as we stand before this glowing door, I am recalibrating your vision. Do you remember the no that broke your heart last year? The contract that slipped through your fingers at the very last second, despite all your preparation and prayer. You thought it was a failure. You thought you had missed my timing. But I tell you, that closed door was my mercy in disguise. I was shielding you from a partnership that would have become a cage. I was protecting you from a level of success that your soul was not yet deep enough to anchor. If I had given you that harvest then, the weight of it would have crushed the foundation. But look at you now. You have been tempered in the fire of waiting. You have learned to find me in the deficit, and that is why I can now trust you with the surplus. This door before us, the one pulsing with the light of the room of generational wealth, is not just an exit from your current struggle. It is an entrance into a dimension of ease you have never known. People in your industry will ask you for your secret. They will look at your growth curves and your sudden influence and try to reverse engineer your strategy. They will look for the clever marketing or the ruthless cost-cutting, but they will not find it. The secret is the fragrance you carry, the scent of cedar and honey. It is the peace that passes understanding. When you walk into a boardroom from this day forward, you are not walking in alone. You are walking in with the host of heaven. I am the one who will silence the critics before they even speak. I am the one who will cause your name to be brought up in rooms you haven't even entered yet. I am stirring the hearts of those who have the resources you need, giving them dreams about your vision before you even send the email. This is what it means for me to open a door. It isn't just a physical opening. It is a spiritual alignment. I am aligning your passion with my purpose. I am aligning your hunger with the world's need. You see the intricate carvings on this door frame. Each one represents a prayer you thought went unanswered. See how they are woven into the very structure of your breakthrough. Nothing was wasted. Every tear you shed over your business plan was collected in my bottle and has been turned into the oil that lubricates the hinges of this new season. There will be no more grinding, my child. There will be no more of that soul-crushing friction where you have to fight for every inch of ground. I am giving you the land as an inheritance. Do you hear that sound? It is the sound of many waters. It is the sound of flow. I am teaching you the rhythm of the tide. There is a time to work, yes, but there is a time to be carried by the current of my favor. For too long, you have been rowing against the wind, but I have turned the wind around. I have set the gale of my spirit behind your sails. Feel the warmth radiating from the door. It is the warmth of my approval. You have been seeking the approval of the marketplace, the approval of your peers, the approval of your old mentors. But they didn't give you the vision, so they cannot give you the validation. I am your validator. I am the one who says, well done. And as you step through this threshold, I want you to leave behind the hustle mentality. The word hustle is a word of the orphan. It is the sound of someone who believes they have no father to provide for them. You are not an orphan, you are a royal heir. A king does not hustle, a king decrees. A queen does not scramble, a queen governs. I am shifting your identity from a striver to a ruler. Look at the handle of the door. It is made of pure, refined gold, the gold of a character that has been tested. You are ready. Your character now has the strength to hold the weight of the influence I am about to give you. I am not just giving you a bigger business. I am giving you a bigger platform for my kingdom. You will use your wealth to heal, to build, to liberate. You will be a distributor of my goodness. The bitter rivalries that used to drain your energy. Watch as I move those people out of your way, or better yet, watch as I transform them into your allies. I am the God of reconciliation. I am smoothing the path before you. I want you to take one more step closer. Can you feel the vibration of the music coming from the other side? It is the song of your future. It is a song of joy, of creative explosions, of ideas that will change the trajectory of your family for the next 4 generations. Your children's children will walk through the doors you are opening today. This is not a temporary fix. This is a permanent shift in your bloodline. I am breaking the curse of just enough and barely making it. I am introducing you to the God of more than enough. Stay here in the quiet with me for a moment longer. Let the fear of the future evaporate like mist in the sun. I have already been to your tomorrow, and I have already set the table. I have already signed the decrees. I have already commanded the blessings to hunt you down and overtake you. You don't have to chase them anymore. They are coming for you. Lean your head against my shoulder. Do you feel my heart beating? It beats for you. Every strategy you need is hidden in the rhythm of my heart. When you are still, you will hear the next move. When you are quiet, the blueprint will become clear. We are not just building a company, we are building a legacy of light in a dark world. Are you ready to see what is on the other side? Don't look back at the hallway of your past. Don't look at the shadows of your old mistakes. They are behind you, and the door to that hall is shutting forever. Only this door matters now. The light is growing brighter, isn't it? It's because my glory is rising upon you. Arise and shine, for your light has come. Reach out your hand, touch the gold. Feel the power of a promise kept. I am not a man that I should lie. If I said I would do it, I will bring it to pass. The economy of heaven is not subject to the fluctuations of the earth. Your supply is coming from a treasury that never runs dry. Take a deep breath of that cedar and honey. Let it fill your lungs. Let it strengthen your resolve. You were born for such a time as this. You were created to carry this specific weight of glory. Now, listen closely, for I am about to tell you the name of the one I am sending to meet you on the other side of this threshold. His name is the Spirit of Counsel, but the person you will physically encounter, the one whose hand is even now reaching for the latch from the other side, is the one I have prepared to be the catalyst for your global reach. Think back to that cold Tuesday in February, 3 years ago, when you sat in your car in the parking lot of that generic office complex, crying until your vision blurred because the third bank had rejected your application. You felt like a ghost in a world of solid objects. You looked at your reflection in the rearview mirror and didn't recognize the person staring back, the person who had once been so full of fire, now reduced to embers and ash. I was in that car with you. I was counting every tear, and I bottled them, for they were the water I needed to grow the seeds of this very hour. You see, the bank saw a balance sheet, but I saw a birthright. They saw risk, but I saw a refined vessel. That chipped coffee mug you keep on your desk, the one with the faded Believe logo, it isn't just a piece of ceramic. It is a monument to your persistence. I have seen you sitting there at 3:13 a.m., the blue light of the laptop screen etching lines of weariness into your face, while the rest of the world slept. You were wrestling with numbers that didn't add up, trying to force a harvest from a season of drought. But here, in this room behind the golden door, the math is different. Here, 1 plus 1 equals 1,000. Here, the harvest precedes the sowing because I have already spoken the end from the beginning. As you step across this threshold, you will feel the weight of the hustle dissolve. You have been taught that you must grind to gain, but I am teaching you to receive to reach. Look at the walls of this new space. They are not made of drywall and paint, but of the transparent gold of my wisdom. You can see through them. You can see the needs of people miles away, even across oceans. This is the visionary vantage I am granting you. You will no longer be reacting to the market. You will be responding to the spirit. I am giving you the eyes of an eagle to see the trends before they form and the heart of a shepherd to care for the souls your business will touch. The economy of man is trembling, but your foundation is the rock of ages. I am bringing you into a covenant of uncommon provision. This means that when the world says recession, you will hear expansion. When they say saturated, you will see virgin soil. I am naming the person I am sending to you now. Her name is Deborah in the spirit, a mother of industry, a woman of such stature and influence that her endorsement alone will shatter every ceiling you have bumped your head against. She has the resources you lack, but you have the revelation she has been praying for. It is a divine exchange. You think you are looking for a funder, but I am bringing you a founder, someone to help you establish the foundations of a kingdom empire. Do you remember the project of the heart you tucked away in a folder labeled Someday? Today is the someday I promised. Reach out your hand now. Feel the texture of the door handle. It is warm, vibrating with the power of 1,000 answered prayers. The air here smells of fresh rain on parched earth, and the sound in the background, that low, rhythmic humming, is the sound of the creation groan turning into a creative shout. You are not just a business owner. You are a co-creator with the Almighty. The no man can shut promise is not just about protection. It is about the sovereign authority I am vesting in you. From this day forward, your yes will carry the weight of my yes, and your no will be backed by the hosts of heaven. Don't be afraid of the magnitude. I have been preparing your heart in the small, quiet, painful places so that the large, loud, public places would not corrupt you. You are success-proof because you have already died to your own glory and become alive to mine. The light is blinding now, isn't it? It is the Shekinah of the marketplace. Step in. The floor beneath your feet is solid, more solid than any ground you have ever walked on. There is no sand here, only the bedrock of my word. Can you see her now? She is standing by the window that looks out over the nations. She is turning toward you. She has been waiting for this meeting as long as you have. I have been whispering your name in her spirit for months. She will say, I knew you would come, and you will realize that every delay was actually a divine appointment. Every no you received from the world was my wait for this yes. The atmosphere is thick with the scent of frankincense, the fragrance of your prayers that have finally reached full maturity. Take another step. The door is closing behind you, but do not fear the sound of the latch. It is not locking you in, it is locking the past out. The accuser of the brethren can no longer follow you here. The spirit of lack has no passport for this country. Your bank account is no longer a measure of your worth. It is a tool for my will. Look at the table again. There are maps spread out, maps of territories you never dreamed of entering. Logistics, distribution, manufacturing, scaling. I have already solved the problems you haven't even encountered yet. I am the great architect, and you are my lead builder. We are constructing a monument to my goodness in the middle of the city square. The name of this season is fulfillment. The name of this door is open. And the name of the one I am sending to you, well, look into her eyes. You see the recognition. You see the joy. This is what happens when heaven kisses earth in the form of a business plan. You are not just making a living. You are making a difference that will echo through generations. Your children's children will walk in the shade of the trees you are planting today. Now speak. Open your mouth and let the first words of this new era come forth. I have filled your tongue with the law of kindness and the power of decree. Whatever you bind in this boardroom is bound in heaven. Whatever you loose in this market is loosed in heaven. Welcome to the other side of the promise. The threshold is behind you. The legacy begins now. You feel it, do you not? That strange, exhilarating lightness in your chest, as if the gravity of your old life has suddenly lost its hold. The words you are about to speak are not born of your own striving or the desperate rehearsals you did in front of the mirror at 3:00 a.m. No, those words were filtered through the sieve of your struggle and have come out as pure gold. When you open your mouth, you are not merely negotiating a contract. You are releasing a frequency of restoration that this city has long forgotten. I remember the night you sat in your car in the parking lot of that half-empty warehouse. the steering wheel slick with the sweat of your palms. You were staring at a bank balance that looked like an insult to your efforts. You asked me then, in a whisper that barely left your throat, if I had forgotten the address of your dreams. I did not answer you with a thunderclap then, because I was busy weaving the response into the very fabric of this moment. I was moving the hearts of people you had never met, shifting the tides of global supply chains and quieting the tongues of those who had prepared to say no to you. That warehouse is no longer your prison, it was your womb. And now, the labor is over. Look at the woman sitting across from you again. She is holding a pen, but it is not just a pen, it is a scepter of partnership. She represents a lineage of favor that has been searching for a landing strip like your integrity. She has seen the sharks and the wolves of this industry, and she is weary of them. In your eyes, she sees the reflection of a different kingdom. She sees the why behind the what. Do you remember the time you turned down that lucrative deal because it required you to cut corners on the quality of the materials? You thought you had lost your only chance at scaling. You thought you were being foolishly too honest for the real world. I watched you walk away from that table with your head down, but in the halls of heaven, there was a standing ovation. That one act of hidden obedience became the key that fits the lock of this door. Because you were faithful with the little of your integrity, I am now trusting you with the much of my influence. This business is not just a way to pay your mortgage. It is a sanctuary where my justice will be served through fair wages, where my creativity will be displayed through your innovation, and where my peace will govern every meeting. See the map on the table. Notice how the borders of your influence are expanding. You were worried about how to reach the local market, but I am showing you the ports and the airwaves of nations. I am bringing you the Josephs of the modern era, men and women of immense resource who have been waiting for someone with a heart like yours to steward their investments. Do not look at your pedigree or your lack of an Ivy League degree. I am your credentials. My spirit is your MBA. The wisdom I am pouring into you right now is more sophisticated than any algorithm. I am giving you the internal compass of the spirit to navigate the volatility of the markets. When others see a recession, you will see an opportunity for redistribution. When others see a surplus, you will see a chance for radical generosity. The spirit of lack that haunted your father's house and your grandfather's house ends with you. You are the cycle breaker. You are the one who will teach your children how to walk with the king in the marketplace. Feel the warmth of the light pouring through these windows. It is not just sunlight. It is the radiance of my pleasure. You have waited for this open sign for so long that you almost learned to love the closed sign as a form of protection. But the protection of the desert is over. The protection of the promised land is the abundance that overflows. I am setting a table for you in the presence of your competitors, and they will not be able to find a single flaw in your foundation. They will watch you rise and they will ask, "Who is his consultant? Who is her strategist?" And you will smile, not with pride, but with the quiet confidence of a child who knows their father owns the building. This is the deepening of our intimacy. You thought you would find me only in the prayer closet, but I am showing you that I am also in the boardroom, in the design studio, and in the shipping department. I am in the fine print and I am in the grand vision. Now, take that pen. The ink is ready. The angels are watching. The legacy is being signed into existence even before the metal hits the paper. Tell her the vision I gave you in the secret place. Watch how her heart catches fire from yours. This is how we change the world, one open door at least, and one surrendered heart at a time. The air in this room is thick with the scent of a new beginning, like rain on dry earth. Can you smell it? It is the fragrance of your prayers being answered in the form of tangible, scalable reality. You are not dreaming anymore. You are waking up into the reality I always intended for you. Look at your hands. They have carried the weight of the almost for too long, their palms calloused by the grip of survival. But today, I am asking you to open them wide, for I am placing within them the master key to a corridor you never dared to map. This is not merely an increase in revenue or a swell in your subscriber count. This is a recalibration of your authority. Do you remember the nights when the blue light of your laptop was the only candle in the room, and the silence of a phone that wouldn't ring felt like a verdict on your worth? I was there in that silence. I was collecting your tears in a bottle and pouring them over the seeds of the very empire I am now calling you to tend. The door I am swinging wide today is not made of wood or steel. It is forged from the yes you whispered when everything around you shouted no. I have seen how you refused to compromise when the shortcut looked so much easier. I saw you choose integrity when no one was watching, and now I am going to reward you where everyone is looking. The marketplace will try to label your sudden rise as luck, but you and I will know it is the rhythm of my favor. The heavy lifting you did in the hidden years, the studying, the weeping, the refining of your craft, has built the muscles necessary to carry the weight of this new glory. If I had given it to you then, the gravity of it would have crushed you. But now you are ready. You are seasoned. You have been tempered in the fire and you have come out like gold. Look at the partner I have brought to your side. When you speak the vision to her, notice how her eyes brighten with a light that doesn't come from human ambition. I have woven your purposes together like a double helix. She carries the colors you lack, and you carry the structure she needs. Do not be afraid of the scale. You often worry that if the business grows too large, you will lose the intimacy of my voice. But I tell you that the more you expand, the more of my facets you will discover. In the smallness, you knew me as provider. In the greatness, you will know me as the King of Kings who governs through you. I am putting a mantle of leadership on your shoulders that will feel surprisingly light, because I am the one carrying the burden of the outcome. Your job is simply to remain in the flow. Watch as I bring the right investors across your path, people whose hearts I have already softened before you even speak your first word. They will not just bring capital, they will bring wisdom, protection, and a shared hunger for the legacy we are building. I am redeeming the time you thought you lost. I am collapsing years of struggle into months of momentum. Think of the warehouse that currently stands empty, or the digital space that feels like a vast, unpopulated desert. I am filling those voids with the sound of productivity, the hum of creation, and the laughter of employees who will find more than a paycheck under your roof. They will find a sanctuary. You are not just building a brand, you are building an ecosystem of grace. Every invoice you send, every contract you sign, is a spiritual transaction. When you pay your vendors, do it with a heart of blessing, knowing that I am the well that never runs dry. When you face the board, do not come with a spirit of intimidation, but with the quiet authority of a diplomat from the kingdom of light. I have given you insider information from the archives of heaven. While your competitors are chasing trends, I will give you the foresight to create them. While they are reacting to the economy, you will be anchored in my abundance, which is not subject to the ebbs and flows of earthly markets. This door is so wide that you will not have to squeeze through it. You will walk through it with your head held high and your heart humble. I am removing the glass ceiling that the industry tried to place over you. I am shattering the limitations of your family tree. You are the first to walk this far, but you will not be the last. You are carving a path for generations to follow. Feel the shift in the atmosphere around your work. The frustration that used to cling to your projects like a fog is lifting, replaced by a clarity that is sharp and sweet. The open sign is glowing now, casting a golden hue over your future. I am teaching you how to work from a place of rest, where your best ideas come not from striving, but from listening. We are entering the boardroom together now. Can you feel my hand on your shoulder? The ink on that contract is not just liquid, it is a seal of a covenant. This is the moment where the spiritual and the physical collide to create something enduring. I'm not done showing you the extent of what we will do together. This is only the vestibule. The rooms beyond this door are filled with wonders you haven't even begun to imagine. Rest in the knowledge that what I start, I am faithful to finish. The door is open. The way is clear. The world is waiting for what I have put inside of you. Step deeper with me. The air here in the inner chambers of my purpose is different. It is heavy with the scent of promise and light with the absence of worry. Do you remember the nights when you sat at your desk, the blue light of the screen reflecting the exhaustion in your eyes? I saw the spreadsheets that wouldn't balance and the proposals that felt like shouting into a void. I was there in the silence of those 2:00 a.m. fears when the word failure whispered like a draft under the door. I want you to take those memories and lay them on the altar of this new beginning. They are no longer your reality. They are merely the dark soil in which I have been germinating a giant. Look at your hands. They have been trembling from the weight of trying to hold it all together. Let go. I am the one who sustains the pillars of the earth, and I am more than capable of sustaining your livelihood. I am redrawing the blueprints of your expectations. Where you saw a local reach, I am sketching global footprints. Where you hoped for a steady stream, I am preparing an overflowing reservoir. Notice the shift in the people who are suddenly knocking on your door. These are not random encounters. They are divine appointments. I am moving the hearts of decision makers, turning their attention toward you like a compass needle to the north. Those who overlooked you in the last season will find themselves strangely drawn to your wisdom in this one. You will not have to lobby for their favor. My favor is already resting upon you like a mantle. I am giving you a holy intelligence, a discernment that cuts through the noise of the industry. You will see the trap before it is set, and the opportunity before it is announced. This is the advantage of walking with the architect of time. There is a specific project, the one you tucked away in the someday drawer because the numbers didn't make sense. I want you to bring it out again. The climate has changed because I have changed it. The resources you thought were missing are being rerouted from unexpected directions. I am even now speaking to people you haven't met about the work you are doing. You will receive a phone call, an email, a message that feels like a bolt from the blue, but it is actually a delivery from my hand. This business is not just a means of survival, it is a vehicle for my glory. I am using your integrity as a beacon. In a world of shortcuts and shadows, your honesty will be your greatest competitive edge. People will come to you not just for what you sell, but for the peace they feel when they do business with you. You are creating a culture of the kingdom in the middle of the marketplace. I am healing the trauma of past financial bruises. Every loss you took while you were trying to be faithful, I am restoring twofold. I am the God of the turnaround. I am taking the red ink of your past and washing it away with the gold of my provision. Do not look back at the years the locusts have eaten. Look at the harvest that is ripening before your eyes. I am giving you a new name in your industry, a name that stands for excellence, reliability, and divine inspiration. You are no longer the one who is struggling. You are the one who is established. I am removing the spirit of just enough from your household and your warehouse. We are moving into the realm of more than enough, so that you can be a conduit for the needs of others. Your success will be a river that waters many gardens. Feel the tension leaving your neck and shoulders. The hustle that the world demands is a cruel master, but my rhythm is grace. I am teaching you how to produce more by striving less. When you sit in meetings, I will give you the words that silence the skeptics and the ideas that spark innovation. You will find that problems which used to take weeks to solve will now be resolved in a moment of prayer. I am opening your ears to hear the sound of a going in the mulberry trees, the signal to move, to invest, to create, or to wait. We are in a dance now, not a race. Your competitors may run fast, but you will fly. Look at the closed doors of your past, the ones that hurt the most when they slammed. I want you to thank me for them now. I closed them to protect you from paths that would have diluted your purpose. I was keeping you for this specific door, this specific hour. This door leads to a room where you don't have to compromise your soul to fill your pockets. This is the room of uncommon favor. Here, the rules of the world's economy are suspended in favor of my laws of abundance. I am bringing you into partnership with those who have the means to accelerate your vision. You will find that legalities which were once hurdles are now being smoothed over. The red tape is being severed by the sword of my word. I'm also working on the small things that have nagged at you. The administrative clutter, the personnel friction, the technological glitches. I am sending help. I am bringing errands and hers to hold up your hands when you are tired. You will not be a weary CEO. You will be a rested visionary. Your family will not receive the leftovers of your energy. They will receive the overflow of your joy. I am restoring the balance that the enemy tried to steal. Your home will be a sanctuary of rest, and your office will be a laboratory of miracles. I am weaving your personal life and your professional life into a seamless garment of blessing. As you stand on the threshold of this next room, take a moment to look at the key in your hand. It is not made of iron or brass. It is made of faith. It works because you trusted me when the lights were out. It works because you gave when you didn't have enough. It works because you honored me in the secret places. Now, I will honor you in the public places. The world is about to see what happens when a business is fully surrendered to my spirit. There are territories I am preparing to give you that you haven't even dared to put on your map. We are just getting started. The depth of this room is far greater than the width of the door. Come, let us look at the new contracts together.